Yo, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another beautiful live stream on this beautiful Saturday afternoon. We're back with the daily Trackmania action, and today is Saturday, which of course means that today the next Trackmania Elite Cup is going to happen, which doesn't matter for me anymore regarding the EWC, but it of course still is important for the ENC, because yeah, sadly Massa is living in the same country as me, so yeah, we still require quite a few points in order to beat him. And yeah, maybe today we will have some progress, maybe also not. I'm not ultra confident, I can tell you that much, because today we're gonna play South Korea, which is yeah, a map that is basically 90% consisting of tech, and the other 10% of the driving time is about getting reactor speed boost. So as you can imagine, that is a very great combination. I absolutely love it. And yeah, because of that, I have no clue what to expect from today. Yeah, of course, the practice time this week was also quite limited because we had to learn 2 new Red Bull faster maps. So yeah, as this Elite Cup and also the one happening next weekend are mildly fucked either way. But yeah, you never know. Maybe the Elite Cup is still gonna go well. I'm definitely gonna try my best. Cup is starting in 14 minutes. Throughout the entire time of the Cup, I will of course be in full locked-in mode, meaning that I will have no mic, no camera, no music, yeah, all of that basically. Hopefully also, at least the PC will not crash today. I mean, that we hopefully fix. At least there were no issues anymore since last Monday, so yeah, that should be fine, but yeah, not sure if that would be my biggest problem today. I think the skill issue will be a bigger issue. But anyway, that's what we're gonna do. Afterwards, we're gonna be doing a little bit of Red Bull faster grinding. And then we're also gonna play Cup of the Day, and then I will probably end the stream already, because, yeah, I'm a little bit cooked from yesterday, because I was at a wine testing thingy. And because of that, I also drank the one or other wine, of course. And actually, it's not like I'm hungover or anything, I just had like a very terrible night, kinda, because I basically was at a sleepover. So yeah, I didn't sleep that long, I didn't sleep that great. Gonna be very XTD, and yeah, I think I will rather chill a bit more today, and then tomorrow we're gonna be back in the good old freshness. That sounds like a plan. Drunk driving. Nee, honestly, I was really not having a hangover at all. But I really had a bad sleep. Like, it took me 1 year to fall asleep. The couch I slept on was quite hard, to say the least. So it was just not very recovering of a night. But anyway, nothing we can do about that. We are gonna jump into the game and into the action, guys. I am ready, more or less. So, zack, play live, zack. I would say we're just gonna join the Cup of the Week, and I need to close my window because my neighbors are smoking again. Classic. Fucking hate my neighbors, man. Really mad. Holy shit, how much can they smoke? Probably the type of neighbors that you have that complain about life getting expensive and everything going down the drain and not having money for anything, but then they spend like 1,000 euro a month on cigarettes. W. So, alright, yeah, as long as we just warm up, I am still gonna, yeah, no, keep the dingsbums on, the cam, the mic, everything, and then when the cup starts, we're gonna lock in. Yeah, honestly, I'm just scared that... The thing is, the map is also very long, as you can see. 1 minute 12. And, yeah. Because of that, you will need to focus for a very long time. Like, basically, 39 rounds in a row. You need to lock in on reactor driving and tech. And, yeah, I mean, you know how single life KO especially works. It's literally one mistake in the wrong round, and a mistake can easily happen on this map, and you are out. So, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. What is the record, actually? 112.4, okay. Yeah, this is the identity, basically. You have these 180s into reactors. And, yeah, the funny thing with those is that they are random as fuck. So you can get like heavy speed boosts here. Like, for example, I just got one in the end, and maybe you saw that I gained a lot of time on the server. So, yeah. It's just a very dumb map. I don't know how this got into EWC. But yeah, we're not gonna rant about the map pack again. No time for that today. You know my opinion about it. For now, we just have to take what we are given. We need to man up. Whiskey type 1. Also both reactor parts that are random, by the way. Also the small one we just passed can also give very, very different results. That's okay. Map is only gonna be used in the biggest trackmania competition of all time. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. This part also quite Monka here. Not really a big fan of that. Yeah, that can also happen that you have to like slightly correct release, you can lose so much. It is very, very not so fun. And look who we have on the server, guys. LinkMax. LinkMax apparently playing the Elite Cups. W. I really hope he makes it for one of the Australia slots. Man is on his esport arc now. He has enough of Trackmania Nations Forever WR hunting. It's time for the real deal. Yeah, this part here also has a very funny gear. If you have a bad gear change and then you're stuck in like low RPM up the hill, you can also lose like quite a bit. Yeah, honestly don't have enough time before the cup starts to explain you how many things can go wrong. Zoop. Yeah, hello, it's the speed boost. Yoo-hoo. Cool map. Yeah, the tech is also it's literally cup of the day tech, kinda. Except that you need to survive 39 rounds in a row. I mean, for those of you that always watch my cup of the days, you know that I'm in theory good at tech these days. Also, I really am not as shit on tech as like years ago. I have obviously improved. But my issue is that I'm sometimes yeah, sometimes just having like slow rounds or like fucking up the slides or whatever. Yeah, something just doing some things like this. Yeah, we'll really have to avoid doing this stupid shit. Also for lunch today I made a gigantic bolognese and I ate a little bit too much of it. I feel very full still. And because I slept so bad this night, I did like a power nap earlier. It's a very fucked up day. Really just like the type of day where you would just want to chill, you know? Just don't do anything. Lay on the couch, chill. Now I have to play Goofy as Elite Cup. Funny. It's gonna be interesting what people will drive in the seating. I mean, the 0.4 is definitely not bad. But it's definitely also not maxed. It'll be interesting to see how far people can push it. For security reasons, I'm also not gonna really talk about too much about it, what I can do or what my PB is or whatever. Just curious to see what others will do. I really just hope I'm not gonna do something stupid on here on this map. This part here is also very scary coming up. We have a long auto slide into this section and yeah, you can lose a lot of time if you have a very wrong angle, and it's of course also just very tight in general. Oh, nice. Reactor didn't work. How much did I lose? Achtung! 0.3! Hello! Imagine that happening to you in the EWC? Schade. You lost 100,000 euro because you are Unlucky. W. Oh, that one is consistent at least? No. Also, don't want to tell you too much about it, but I can tell you it's definitely not consistent. I mean, in theory it is, no? It's like the trackmania consistent, but it's like the lines are... Yeah, look at the speed now. Also, I don't know if you... Naja. It's consistent in theory, but it's just like so inhumanly precise with the line there that it's just not consistently doable. So there will be people that will get it more often than others, but in the end it's still kinda random. Other parts, of course, less of an issue than the identity. The thing is, the Zoop would probably be consistent if they didn't place no break. But as you can see with this gate coming up here, this is just a no break, so I cannot do the typical air brake strat. And yeah, with that, you can do... I mean, you can do some other things to, like, change your rotation, you know, with, like, some steering shit. And that just produces random results, kinda. So you can speed boost, but you can also slow down. It's just, sure. I mean, you will see it in the Elite Cup, probably. You just look at my splits in comparison to the other guys. I will sometimes gain, I will sometimes lose to others. Without any specific pattern, probably. Achso, and yeah, maybe for Div 1 prediction, in case you are wondering. Yeah, hard to tell what you need, to be honest. Like, a 0.7 should definitely be safe. I think, at least. Yeah. I don't know. Hard to tell. We'll see. We'll see. Oh, I'm still full from the fucking dings. Scrappy with a 0.2. Damn. Afi with a 36. And he writes, okay. Why not PB by 0.2? So his previous PB was 0.56. Yeah. That is... Ah, yeah. Refresh records? I can't, because sadly I'm not allowed to play with Open Planet on this cup. Always really fun. Always this moment on Saturday when I have to reboot my game in order to start it without Open Planet. Because not even turning off Open Planet in the game is allowed. You need to literally start it without. Freaking Elite Cups. Absolutely Pepega. Yeah, Scrappy 0.29. Damn. And that even though he retired only 6 days ago. That's crazy. Scrappy back from retirement, like... That's wild. Bro cooked in the retirement apartment and was like, ah, no, never mind. Still got it in me. I mean, in theory, Scrappy is definitely a pretty good tech player. But yeah, also the entire map itself is really, really good for tech players. The thing is, being a tech player alone is not enough. You need to understand what's going on the reactors. That's like the bigger issue. But if there is a tech player that does understand the reactors, it's like GG. Scrappy could definitely need the points. Or EWC as well. Don't think he wants to go through the open qualifier. This part is weird. Sometimes I get a slide here. I still don't know why. It's like I'm doing a Neo, but I'm not doing a Neo. I cannot do the Neo there on purpose. I just sometimes slide. Yeah, that's a W. So, I just had slightly wrong rotation. Look how much I lost. I lost 0.5 W. Also, Purple, thanks for the £1 British donation on YouTube. Thank you. And yeah, with that, guys, I'm gonna turn off the alerts now. And yeah, it's 16:59. I'm gonna log in now. Which means I will pause the music. I will hide my camera. So, guys, see you later. And I will also turn off my mic. So, I hope you guys will enjoy. We're gonna hear each other, yeah, ideally the earliest in 1 hour again. Hopefully even later. If we hear each other before that, then something went wrong. So, yeah, enjoy the cup, guys. And, yeah, we're gonna be back after... Unlucky. Also not really unlucky, but ja. Ach man. I had to release in the second identity soup, I think. I had to do one small release. Without that, would have survived. Schade. I mean, at least got 7th, but yeah, I mean, still kinda... I mean, not a useless result, but... Wait, where's my camera? Not a useless result, but also not that great. I was also just slow on the map, I don't know. But that's just tech skill issue. But that was definitely a survivable round. Like, that was, yeah... I don't know. Just had to get this one identity soup without releasing. But that's like kinda my main issue on the map, to be honest. That I always have to, like, that I often have to release there. And I mean, I didn't make a single mistake the entire run. The entire knockout, so... Yeah, I don't know. This map is just dumb. That's for sure. But I got further than I expected. I can be kinda happy, but yeah. Sadly, it doesn't matter too much. Last 160 points, yeah, but it's kinda useless. Sadly. Ach yeah, what a fantastic map. Cannot wait to play this one in the EWC cinema. And yeah, in the previous round, also the round before I went out, I had a lag. I don't know if you saw it on stream, but I legit had a lag. For 1 nanosecond, I thought my PC is gonna freeze. So that was, yeah, not very fun. Oh, Lingo crashed. Rip. Rip, Lingo. And Jesse with 5 gift subs. Thank you very much, Jesse. Appreciate it. And also Purple on YouTube with 7 British pound. Good focus. You were saving the soup so much. I mean, Aja, I know you are a little bit of a yak chatter sometimes, but I can tell you, the soups, you cannot risk them, you cannot save them. You are just zooping or you're not zooping, my friend. So, yeah. Thanks for the analysis, but that was useless. The mid-soup actually threw me off very often. I don't know why. Like, the mid-soup literally gave me many slowdowns sometimes. I had, like, no speed. I don't know. You meant that in a good way? Nah, yeah. How would you mean that in a good way? Yeah, this one is sadly just random. I don't know. This entire map is just random. I mean, I strafed it as much as possible. I did go out by skill issue. I don't know, this map just feels... It also, like... I just played this for 1 hour, 20 minutes. And it was, like, the hardest part to stay alive for so long was to not fall asleep on this map. Like, actually. What a shit map. The French ENC slot is gonna be so cooked. Yeah. Oh, they even do the Neo slide. That's crazy. That Neo there is risky AF. I actually also learned something about the identity, more or less. On how to save it. But yeah, I mean, it's just like I over-angled. Like, I played... Which round did I go out? 34 rounds or so. And I think, you know, 34 rounds, you do the identity 3 times per round. So I did the last turnaround thingy basically 100 times. And out of 100 times, like 2 times or so, I was over or understeering, which I had way more often in practice. Like in practice, I had that so often. So, yeah, I don't know. Very unfortunate. Okay, let's see who's gonna win. Coco getting really far, actually. Naiko, Binks as well. Yeah, okay, if Binks wins, the French Dingsbum slot is basically GG. Yeah, this checkpoint was always funny. I was legit the last 15 rounds or so that I played, I was almost like... I was always bottom 2, bottom 3 or so. It's so dumb. Very unfun. Tech, yeah, tech was just skill issue, but I can tell you, I mean, we had like very little practice time this week as well. I would have needed like way more practice time to feel more comfortable on the tech. But I crashed the tech parts, like you have no idea. Like maybe Lars also said on his stream, but I crashed the tech parts so goddamn often in practice. Like you really don't want to know. And of course now in actual knockout, you're also a bit more locked in now. So you also survive it. But yeah, I crashed it so often in practice, and that was really not fun. Oh, schade. Coco, no speed. Ah, Coco speed. Affi no speed. And who has more speed? It is Coco! Yeah, hello, GG Coco. This end. Imagine this is how the final EWC round goes, guys. Ultra cinema, bro. Ultra cinema. Did I stream yesterday? No. This is really important for Affi, by the way. This was the first good result for Affi. So now he's kinda safe for ENC. Oh my god. Honestly, looks goofy, is also goofy, but I had that in practice as well. This first turn is like, I don't know, stupid. So the first turn fits perfectly to the entire rest of the map, actually. When you think about it. But definitely also not the greatest match for our practice group. Like, Mime went out super early, Elcon was in theory really good on this map, but also went out relatively early. Everything Pipega. Coco actually cooking, that's crazy. Honestly, Bings with this at least 700 points, unless he chokes. That's like a really good result for Bings. Like the ENC slot is basically safe for Bings. Honestly. Why aren't the EWC maps like the Red Bull Faster maps? Ooh, in order to explain that, I would need a lot of time. But basically, many reasons. Basically, mappers are not getting paid. Nadeo mapping management, complete trash. Sorry to say it like that, but yeah. I mean, the entire identity remaking type of policy. I don't know who's deciding on how the maps are built internally, but whoever is doing that is definitely yakking a little bit, at least in my opinion. There are many reasons. But the Red Bull Faster maps are obviously much, much better than the ones here. That's for sure. Especially than this one. This was definitely the worst EWC map so far, I would say. So anyway, let's see who's gonna win. Coco versus Bings. I mean, honestly, Coco... For Coco, it could be... Wait, Coco could be really good for EWC qualification, actually. That's, like, really bad for people like Scrappy, for example. This is, by the way, I think the 3rd or 4th final Bings is already in. Bings is cooking here. In the Elite Cups. Yeah. Unlucky. Yeah, this is Jover. GG, Bings. Win number... Is it win number 2 for Bings? I think so, right? Yeah, should be win 2. With that, Bings is also first overall now again. Not that it really matters. It matters more that he gains positions to... Like Vosal, for example. Vosal also had a good KO, of course. But yeah. Scrappy dropped out of spots for now, yeah. Because like Coco gets 700 points and he instantly overtakes Scrappy. I think Scrappy had 1 4th place or so. But it was like his only good result, I think. Very interesting identity approach by Bings. There's like so many things on the identity that can work. But nothing of this is 100% consistent. Like if you happen to... 113 too. This map is very, very, very not so good. But GG. Good performance by Bings. Good cooking, good cooking. Maybe this will actually be better in cup mode than in knockout. Because in cup mode you can at least like push all of the reactor stuff and that type of stuff. And also the tech, I don't need to be scared anymore. But now I was just scared everywhere and I was slow and I was like boring to play. Like jeepers. Okay, let me very quickly close my window, guys. And then we're gonna continue with the action. Oh. Zack, the lights on. Peng, peng, peng. Alright. Rest of the stream, guys. We are going to practice a little bit of Red Bull Faster. And then afterwards, we are going to be playing the good old Cup of the Day. That is the plan. So let me also continue the music. Zack. Let's go to a banger song. Spirit in the Sky. Okay, that's a banger. Zack. Alright, title update number 1. Title update number 2. Zack. Alright, can we look at the leaderboard? Yes. Is it already updated? Yeah. Looks like it. So yeah, as Bings is really cooking, man. Bings is really cooking. Like he got 4 times into the top 7. Into the top 4, I mean. 4 times top 4, that's crazy. So yeah, he's cooking. Massa also cooking overall. Yeah, but I'm like, also the only thing that matters for me is to get closer to Massa. And I mean, next weekend, I basically cannot... Next weekend, I basically cannot win because how is that supposed to work? I have 3 days less practice because of Red Bull Faster. When the Elite Cup happens on Sunday, like 2 hours or so before that, if even, I'm gonna arrive back home. Like next Elite Cup is completely useless, and then we only have Hungary left. So I basically would need to win Hungary then, but it's like, yeah, very, very bad. Why is there a deduction column? Because of this guy here. Because Scrappy gets minus 36 points. Tona's actually also doing really good. Tona overtaking. Mime would also be qualified right now. Xera. I mean, Epos is qualified either way. Yeah. Pretty interesting. But definitely a good move for Naiko. Naiko is basically safe for EWC. Naiko safe. Otak is safe for EWC. Gwen... Did Gwen get top 8? I don't remember. Did Gwen get top 8 at the things? These 36 points are the reason he's not in right now. I mean... Yeah. And yeah, is it? But this is just showing the top 16. I don't know if this is... Is this accurate for the EWC or not? It's updated? Okay, wait. The official website is a bit clearer. I guess we can see here on the left. Yeah, Xera would be in right now. It's actually without the minus points that Scrappy got. He would be in right now. I mean, that would be really unfortunate if he would not qualify because of that. I mean, he can still qualify through the open qualifier, of course. But if he exactly would not make it through that, then maybe sounds a bit boomer and mean, but maybe that's a lesson, Dan. Because, I mean, that was just yuck what he did there, so yeah. But I really hope Scrappy is gonna make it, to be honest. Because Scrappy is really, like, cooking, and I don't want him to be, like, to go, like, full depression mode. So I low-key hope that he makes it. But either way, like, I'm pretty sure Scrappy will qualify through the open qualifier. Like, 100%. If he doesn't make it here, and he just keeps it cool, he will qualify either way, to be honest. So he just needs to lock in. Like, the biggest opponent of Scrappy is honestly just himself. But if he locks in, he easily has that. But yeah, definitely... Oh, Afi would actually not be qualified right now. But as I said, this was Afi's first good performance. I mean, 14th, 15th is also good. But, yeah. Sadly useless because the point system is shit. So, yeah, it doesn't matter. Like, you need to get top 7. Everything below is just a useless result, sadly. So, yeah. That was definitely a good one for Afi. Very, very good. And with that, he's definitely also qualified for the ENC. That's for sure. Yeah, and ENC is sadly the biggest issue. I mean, now it's officially more difficult in France again than it is in Germany. Last week, Massa was first. Now it's... I mean, also... Yeah, I feel kind of bad for the French. The French are even more cooked than me. I mean, Bings is... Yeah, 3.4k points. Like, I mean, you don't... here. 3.4k points. I mean, Vosal can still get it, but yeah, also, Bings is just cooking, to be honest. That is just crazy. And how is it looking for ENC? Nitek would right now be qualified. Tween would be qualified, but it's just so close, you know? Like, Charles is close. Jan is close. What is with Stuft? Stuft is ahead, right? Yeah. So Spammy is not in the race, probably. Beamy, in theory, also in contention. The thing is, like, these people here, they are just, like... They are so close. Like, it's just like 50 points, you know? They literally need... Like, if one of these players here just randomly lucks or just has a good performance and gets a top 7, then, yeah, they're basically safe. And someone else is out. Like, the points are so close, but since the points distribution is so top-heavy, it's like, yeah, literally one good result. Like, it could also be someone else. Like, someone who's not even on the leaderboard yet. He could play 1 KO, randomly gets a top 4, GG qualified. Amazing format. Yeah, the point distribution is very stupid, sadly. I'm really not a fan of that. The good thing is, guys, I'm really... Like, in theory, it's a format about consistency, and I have consistently good results. Like, my worst result in 7 knockouts is 21st. That's pretty juicy. I'm pretty sure from those players that played, like, all knockouts, I have the best average. Doesn't help me for anything, but if I don't qualify to ENC, I at least have that W. But okay, yeah. I mean, honestly, with the individual performance today, I can be happy. But sadly, it almost doesn't help me at all. So, unlucky. And yo, Link! Dude, Link, you played so good, actually. I was really happy for you, Link. I forgot to write in the chat because I was, like, locked in. But you did really, really good, man. First KO that you played and you got, like... What did you get? Like, top 15 or something? Like, if you do as good in the remaining 3, you can definitely... You could definitely make it still. I had no idea how to do the ID. I mean, I can tell you, I have a stretch for the ID. Like, I kinda know how you can get it fast, but I just cannot get it, like, regu fast. I don't know. Like, my biggest issue was honestly, without, like, going too much into detail, my biggest issue was just that I had this over-rotation sometimes. Like, you know, you slow down, you rotate 180, and then you need to be perfectly 180'd. And, yeah, I mean, I said it earlier, like, did the part around 100 times, and I badly rotated like twice. Like, for considering a practice, it was like a big success, to be honest, for me. Yeah, it's just, yeah, unfortunate. I'm kind of already with my mind in the open qualifier, sadly, for the ENC. Yoo-hoo. Cannot wait. I have 0.4 PB because they had an insane run, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it was obvious that the pace is not gonna be like insane. I mean, what was the fastest time that you needed to survive a round? I legit think with like a 1:12.8 or something, you would have won actually. I don't think that was a single like really great round. Also, the ones after I went out, orange was mostly 1:13 flat. That drove that basically the entire knockout. But then knockout becomes like, unless you like really cook every single round, it just kind of becomes random, especially with single life KO. That's just a stupid thing. Like, if you would take the times that I drove and would arrange them differently in the rounds, so I would have basically had the exact same performance, just like the times that I drove in different rounds, I could have also won the KO, you know? So you could like replay the KO and it would look completely different. It's just single life KO stuff. That's the unfortunate thing. But I just happened to drive one of my weaker rounds in one of the overall better rounds, and well, I don't know, it can happen. That's just why no one likes this format. Like, literally no one. You can ask any pro and everyone will tell you that this format is shit. Objectively. Naja. I mean, it's kind of known that this format was also cooked like very spontaneously. So this was like apparently... Oh, I was in windowed mode. That's why my game was lagging. That's also why, yeah. Like, didn't really come up with anything else. Yeah, honestly, the point distribution is also an issue. Like, this format, but with less exponential point system would also be okay. Yeah, like, this is just... I don't know. Anyway, next year, hopefully gonna be something better, whatever it is. Open Planet? Ach ja, Open Planet, hello! Ach, scheiße. When are you doing Champion Battle Hunt? I have no idea. Not before Red Bull Faster, I can tell you that much. Red Bull Faster is in exactly 1 week, and until then, I'm just omega busy. It's honestly really shit with Red Bull Faster. I really dislike it, because I can neither practice properly for the Elite Cups, nor can I practice enough for Red Bull Faster, you know? So I'm just gonna play both, obviously, but I will feel like... like, no matter how I feel like, how I play, I will feel like I could have done better, and that's not very nice. So that kind of sucks, but now. I think Red Bull Faster, honestly, is, like, not many people are, like, full tryharding it, I feel like. I feel like the players that are gonna do really well is gonna be quite clear. Like, a Mada, for example, is gonna be insane. As if Mada is not gonna win the thing. Like, and honestly, I would say, unless Mada trolls, he's gonna win. Actually. Because he doesn't have to play the goofy Elite Cups. And he's just so insane on the maps already. The Mada is gonna be like, yeah, crazy good, I think. It's still a LAN, and it's only like 2 matches. It's literally, you know, if you don't feel it match 1 and you somehow have a bad day, you can still be out. Which is, of course, not great. I think Mada, for example, is going to be really strong. Because he can just fully focus on it. I would love to be safe for ENC as well, guys, and could ignore the Elite Cups. Sadly, not a thing. Nico. That's true, though. Mada has a disadvantage with the travel time. What is with Bren, actually? Bren also didn't play today. Maybe Bren is actually also locking in for Red Bull? I don't know. I don't know. It's so sad though, like you know, I'm 5th overall in the ranking or so, or 4th or whatever I am. 5th, I think. Or 6th, I don't know, it doesn't matter. Like, I have a really good result. I just got a good result today. And it sadly feels completely useless. Because of the situation with Massa. That's a bit sad. Bren didn't give a fuck about Elite Cup. Is Bren qualified though? he's qualified for Ian's. Yeah, okay, yeah. I mean, yeah, okay. Yeah, Brent will have to play open qualifier either way. The thing is, it's still realistic that, you know, I will most likely have to play the open qualifier unless I have a crazy good knockout and, you know, overtake Massa. And with how stupid the country distribution is, it's still kind of realistic that I could also not qualify. As in theory, I should be good enough. But it's not only about being good enough, you know? Like the Frenchies, for example, are gonna cook hardcore for the ENC. Because there's only one slot, basically. You know, one is gonna be taken by Binks, most likely. And then there's only one more Frenchie that can qualify. And yeah, they're gonna have like an absolute slaughter of a fight. And the thing is though, they're gonna practice hard. And if I'm like up against some good Frenchies in a random match, I could also get knocked out early, kinda. The PC crash freeze last week was really unfortunate. Yeah, I'm pretty sure last week I would have gotten top 8, I think. I think I would have been between 5th and 8th last week. And yeah, in the end, also if I in the end miss like 100, 200 points to Massa, then the PC freeze could have literally been the reason, sadly. Yeah. Also Lars with a raid, and Scheiße, I didn't turn alerts back on. Maybe good, because then I couldn't hear the Lars raid alert. Yo, thanks Lars. Ah, Lars, man. I don't know. In theory, I played good. Like, considering how Yeka was in practice. But it's just so useless for me. It's so sad, actually. Good result, good performance. But it's useless. Quick Elite Cups. Later alert? I cannot play it. I would have to open Stream Elements. Ah, okay, wait. Stream Elements, we're going in. I'm logging in. Dashboard, zack. Yeah, I mean at least 7th and not 8th, but yeah. Yeah, but I had to, you know, in the final round, you probably saw it, Lars, but I had the thing again where I was oversteered. I had it very rarely today, like I really got better at it, but I just have it once in the wrong round and mat. So, overlays, zack. Ah, no, that's the wrong one. There it is. So, Achtung, playing the Lars raid alert. Raid. Variation. Achtung, and here's the Lars raid alert. Nein, Lars! Nein, why don't you just shut up, you stupid analyst? Lars, thanks for the raid. Good focus. W alert. I still don't know why this one is so loud. But that makes every Lars raid a good surprise. W. Yeah, I don't know how I'm supposed to, like, it's just, like, I don't know. I haven't played Canada a single little bit. Canada is also not that easy. So, yeah. I have, like, 3 days to learn Canada, because on Thursday I will travel to Red Bull Faster. Okay, I have 4 days for for Canada, sorry, 4 days. But then I also didn't play the new Red Bull maps too much yet. Like, maybe, like, 3 hours each or so. Then I also need to play the 6 old Red Bull maps. I don't know, bro. I just cannot practice enough right now, and then you just feel under-practiced on both. Really not nice. Really, really not that nice. But naja, what can we do? Just gotta try our best, and yeah, potentially I will just go out round 1 in Red Bull Faster. Will feel useless. Oh. Nosedive. And then potentially I completely wasted like 1.5 Elite Cups kinda. And I'm not qualified for ENC. That's really unfortunate. To be honest, just give up on ENC until Open Quali, not worth. Yeah, the thing is though, like even though I don't have a lot of time for Canada now, you can still, like this is a stupid thing. Like if the format was competitive, I would give up because I wouldn't have a chance. But I can still luck a good position there, and maybe it's still enough to overtake Massa. I don't know. Ah, it's just dumb. Why are they holding them at the same time? I don't know. I mean, both were just planned in advance, I guess. I definitely cannot wait for Red Bull Faster to be over. Because then the most... Honestly, this is the most stressful time of the year right now, probably. Holy! But when is the things again, guys? When is the, here, how's it called? Do we know when the ENC qualifier is? Thank you, Uncle Phil. What would I have done without your help? I think it was like 3 weeks after the last Elite Cup or so. The stupid thing is also, I'm probably gonna be the only one out of our fucking practice group who has to practice for that shit. I mean, Mime probably gonna be qualified. I mean, he could still be overtaken by Neon or someone, but yeah. Elcon qualified, Massa qualified. I'm the only one from our practice group who has to play that stupid shit. Yoo-hoo. Ay. Cannot wait. I don't know where to find the info. Nadeo makes it not... Yeah, I also never found it. I just remember that someone said it in my chat. I forgot who it was, but it was someone who's known. It's not like some random chatter. Wasn't it Catpack actually? I don't know, but someone said it in my chat not too long ago. The good thing is, honestly, that we also play the 5 old maps. And I'm good on the 5 old maps. You know, I will have Greece, I will have China, I will have France. I will have USA. Yoo-hoo. June 18th to June 20th. Also, Dover 57, W. What is my favorite black map of them all? I don't know, I only played 2 so far, and Germany is okay, South Korea is shit. So, yeah. So far I cannot give you an answer. But it's probably gonna be Australia, I guess. So it would all be worse if you didn't qualify in Birmingham? Nah. Why would it be? I would easily be qualified through points. Birmingham made 0 difference, except for the fact that I won a bit more prize money there, but the fact that I qualified for there is completely irrelevant. I will probably also play no role in the seeding, so it's not like I'm gonna have a higher seed then or some shit. It's literally useless. I mean, the prize money is nice, and getting into the final there was nice, but the qualification there directly means basically nothing, or makes 0 difference. Ah yeah, it's still possible, but most likely it's gonna be the open qualifier. But how many slots is there again for Western Europe? 3, I mean, that's crazy. The thing is, it's gonna be 1 French, 100%. It's probably gonna be 1 Brit, because you will either play Epos or Pack. That is if they don't make it. And then, yeah, hopefully 1 German. But then you still have, like, all of the people from the other Western European countries that didn't make it. I mean, is there any Western European countries where it's, like, super competitive? I mean, you could get, like, a Dutchie, but most likely there's no Dutchie. The Dutchies are pay-guying a little bit. Because Stuft is gonna qualify and no one else is trying. I mean, obviously you have the 2 other Germans. Turkey. I'm pretty sure Turkey is not Western Europe. Soldier Scrappy could be difficult, yeah. Switzerland is only Afi, yeah, and Afi is safe. That's a good thing, honestly. That you only have, like, that most of the good players make it directly. Yeah, so in theory, the opponents are basically every single Frenchie. Czechia is also not Western. There's not too many good Western European countries. It's like basically all of the Frenchies, but the Frenchies don't matter too much because, you know, it can only be one Frenchie qualifying. So it's not like I have to beat every single Frenchie. But Belgium, it's gonna be either Scrappy or Soldier that you play against. Then Germany, we of course have Ledstar, New Prime, maybe Barbos, I don't know. So, yeah. That's the thing, like, if you just have a difficult match early on because of whatever reason, it could be, like, really bad. I don't know. Like, it's just, like, decided on one weekend, you know? In theory, I should be good enough to make it, of course. But it can also just go wrong. It's not a 100% thing. That, of course, kinda sucks. Oh yeah, true. True. You have all of the UK buffs as well. Like Josh, Jadon, Wizzy. Yeah, true. Forgot about them. That's so stupid. Fucking ENC. Freaking ENC, guys. Yeah, I mean, the most modded. Honestly, as much as shit as it is as a German, it's never been a better time to not be a French than this. The Frenchies are so fucked. It's like so sad, actually. So many good players that are just not gonna be there, even though there's 32 players there. So sad. Really feel bad because it's also like super bad for like those newer Frenchies, you know, like let's say a Naiko, for example. Naiko is cooking like so hard and he's like definitely a top 32 player in the world at this point. And you know, like him, like these young prodigies like him would be like really cool to see at the ENC. I mean, they will be at EWC, but like still also at ENC, you know. But yeah, I mean, it's just unlikely, you know, because they would have to beat. There's also like a Wosile, Gwen, Bren, Otak, Binks. It's so many more. And you need to beat everyone besides one, kinda, who's already qualified. It's just so dumb. It's also, yeah, it's also just bad for viewers. Like, the ENC is gonna be boring for Trackmania, most likely. I really hope it's not gonna be. But, yeah. The first round of matches will probably be very, very... not so exciting. I really hope it's not gonna be, but you know how Trackmania works. The Trackmania is very predictable. Like a Carl Jr. will not go out round 1. And he has just less of the good opponents, kinda. Than in EWC, for example. Naja. And the thing is, in theory, ENC, it wouldn't be, like, in other games, it's, like, not that big of an issue, probably, you know? It's, like, high prize pool, yeah, but they have, like, another 20 or so of these tournaments happening a year, and it's also not that prestigious and stuff. But, yeah, also in Trackmania, it's the second biggest tournament ever. And, yeah, that is not very nice. If you're not there then as a top 8 player. And basically, like, yeah, Like almost 4 of the top 8 players will not be there. That is not so W. Well, it at least gives many like newer players a chance, but yeah. You know, you could also give the newer players a chance without the cost of fucking over the, yeah, you know, the people that have been playing for years and are just at the world's top just because they are from another country. Like, why can't we have both? Like, why can we not have like all of the other region players there to cook? But then we also make it in a way that, yeah, not a couple of the top players are getting completely fucked over. We need to ask Big for Nauru citizenship, yeah. Legit viable strat in theory. Yeah, I mean, of course, yeah, it's the same as in Olympics, for example. On Olympics, you know, if you have like the Winter Olympics and you have like ski jumping or whatever, you would also, there's probably also a lot of like Norwegians that are like really cooking. As I don't know if Norway is good, but I just imagine that they are getting fucked over just because they are Norwegians, kinda. I don't know. Still kinda yick. I'm just not a fan of these regional thingies in any way. I already disliked it the last few years at the World Cup. Maybe that's also just a me attitude issue. No clue, but it is what it is. Okay, doing some solid rounds here. What do you think you lack to be able to compete with Mada? What? Are we Pepega? I'm pretty sure I can compete with Mada. Last tournament I played, I got further than him. If you mean regarding Red Bull faster, which I think you mean, and I think you are also maybe a bit clueless because you probably only look at the records, and I have worse PBs than Mada. So I think you're maybe just a bit clueless and not like, don't mean it in a mean way. When it comes to PBs, Mada is just like an ultimate grinder in Trackmania. Like, he's insanely dedicated, can hunt maps for like a shit ton of time, and he can keep improving and stay motivated. So I'm kind of lacking the grind set a little bit when it comes to pure... yeah, when it comes to pure brute forcing of time attack hunting, if that makes sense. But then on the other hand side, he's also just a different type of player. Like, I always have, like, out of all of the pro players, map. But then the difference is that I am often capable to drive, like, my PB or, like, very close to that in rounds. While others are absolutely not capable of doing that. So the PB that you have, the record that you have, is like, whatever. It doesn't matter if I have a 0.6 PB or a 0.7 PB here, you know? Because if I drive 0.8 in rounds, it's gonna be good either way, but it doesn't matter if my PB is 0.1 or 0.2 faster, you know? Like, you just, like, starting from a certain point, it just doesn't matter what your PBs are. What was that line? So, yeah. Mada is just a different type of player. And I would say, like, in Red Bull faster quali, overall, pace-wise, we were relatively equal. Like, there were maps where I was a bit better, and there was maps where he was better. Like, for example, on Everest, he was obviously way better than me. I'm pretty sure on other maps, I was also a bit faster. But then again, it's also hard to compare, because... yeah, it was a knockout, so you don't have to go fast at all. And yeah. And if you mean Red Bull faster in general, like on the offline final, what I'm lacking is, yeah, is the spawn diff. Like, the fact that Mada can fully focus on Red Bull faster is definitely helpful. Not saying that he's this, like, biggest advantage ever, but yeah. The fact that he doesn't have to worry about South Korea Elite Cup today, and Germany Elite Cup tomorrow, and Canada Elite Cup next week. I could just solely focus on Red Bull is definitely nice to have. I mean, I spent, like, this week, I didn't practice as much as I would have wanted to, but I still spent, like, I don't know, 10 to 15 hours or so at least on South Korea. In total. And I could have also just spent those on Red Bull Faster. So, yeah. That was a very long explanation to a maybe completely yek question. I would actually say overall in tournaments, Mada is a bit of a better player than me. Doesn't mean that he will beat me every time, of course. I mean, you saw it at DreamHack. DreamHack, I beat him. But overall, he's, I would say he's a better comp player than me. On the maps that we play. Oh. Ah, yuck. With Orc he can fly first class, probably. Actually wonder, do you think like these giga money Saudi orcs are paying first class tickets for their players? Probably, right? If not, Mada can probably also just pay it for himself. Falcons for sure, yeah, probably. Falcons comes with the private jet. Cannot wait for Carl Jr. to land in Riyadh with like a private Carl Jr. jet. Gonna be nice. Costs 4 to 5k a flight, yeah. 4 to 5k is maybe a lot for us. For other people, that's like when you throw away 4 cents. Cost is relative. A lot for everyone? Huh? Nice copium, my friend. There's people on the earth that stand still for half a minute and they earn that this time. Yeah, no, but as I said earlier, Mada is definitely the favorite for Red Bull Faster, I would say. Doesn't mean that he will win, of course, but yeah. The thing is, he doesn't have Mr. Plot Armor Carl Jr. there. So Mada really has like a freie Bahn. Fuck am I doing on this map, by the way? I mean, I didn't play these maps now for a couple of days. Sadly, because I was busy with South Korea. Yesterday I was busy for once with some real life stuff. Once this week I had to get out at least and not sit 10 to 12 hours in front of my PC. Did I even finish a run yet? 32 checkpoint. Okay, so the other maps kind of flowed very nicely. But it's also less of a Granadi map, of course. Basically tech. Yak tech, which maybe helps me a little bit, but still tech. And yo, Kryl. Did just gain 0.1 in that sector? Okay. Naja, 0.01, that's not too bad. Okay. I mean, didn't play... Okay, come on. Nah, I don't have time for road trip. Scheiße, it's 59 already. Time for a cup of the day. How's it minus 100 at the checkpoint? I don't know, for some reason, the speed splits on that part are just fucked up. I really don't know why, but they're just fucked. No clue. Don't ask me. How did the tournament go? In theory, I'm pretty happy with my performance. The result is also solid, but it's sadly, in the context of how it's going with the Elite Cup ranking, sadly very useless for me. Oh, I got 7th. And yeah, I played better than in any practice match, I can tell you that much. Like, if when Lars does the stats later, yeah. I don't know. It will look pretty good. Maybe I can share my round times. NASCAR? NASCAR Cup of the Day? Oh, nah, not NASCAR. I mean, I love NASCAR, but NASCAR is like full focus type of shit. Hey. Also, I missed a map by Number Play yesterday. That's a bit sad. We have a Granadi viewer map. Number Play, Lost in Fort, SPLB 2604. Scheiße. Anyway, the new map is Slightly Slower NASCAR by Cotton and Pack 042. Okay, so maybe like a no-break map, you know? So like basically a tech map, but you need to no-side everything. Wait! Ha! I know the map! Or? It at least looks like it. Yeah, I know this map. We played this map. Yeah, I have a time on this. We played this map in the Ultimate Learning Cup like 1.5 months ago. W, pre-preg. Marius also knows it. Hello. Mr. Pre-preg. We know the map, Marius. Do you know that?
I just went in. I did not immediately realize.
Yeah, we played this in the ULC like 2 months ago or so. I think you were even in finalist on this map. Or what? Maybe you were also not playing that day.
Ah, this map.
We won finalist here. Yeah, I won finalist here and I think you did as well, Lars. We all played this map. That's crazy. Yeah, I mean, I don't remember anything, but yeah. With 1 PF either way. We played 3 rounds on this, guys, no? So like, really not that big of an advantage. 3 rounds without any warm-up type of shit. That's basically no breaks, so you need to release everywhere. Pretty cool. It's also the exact same map because I have a record. W.
Yeah, I don't have Open Planet on this.
Achso.
Did I really click this hole?
I think the last turn... Yeah, this... Yeah, okay, yeah. The last turn was nasty, I remember that. Okay, cool map. W. Maybe you can actually jump and land in a small drift. Without breaking. Definitely a unique map. W Cup of the Day choice. Oh. Boah, das End, holy. Okay.
Notice something from the Germany EWC map. Like, I noticed both of these things already, but when you say them after each other, it's quite funny. Because in the Germany map, no, a German driver won in Div 1, and in Div 2 actually a Turkish player won on the Germany map. This fits so well.
True. Oh. Oh, we can keep a lot of... Oh my god, okay, keeping speed out of here up the hill is gonna be important.
But the level was better today than on the German map.
Was it?
Regarding getting into Div 1, I would say it was more difficult.
Yeah, maybe, I don't know. Hard to judge. What was the cutoff time even?
Definitely a 112, but I don't know how low.
As a level overall was not like great, I would say. As in terms of pace, but that was to be expected. It's not like people had like, I mean, you saw how fast you can go, 112.2. Fastest we saw was like 112.5 or like I think 112.4 or so.
Only the 3rd and the 5th place from the campaign map, they were both in Div 2 with me. But their PB times, they would be enough to reach the one. But apparently they didn't manage to get that in the ceiling. And yeah, the campaign map, they have such good records.
Yeah. Boah. I mean, the map is also just stupid to hunt. I mean, you need to be a bit lucky there. It's more of a question what you can do, Regu. I don't know if the map is gonna be better in cup mode though. I mean, now or today, also because of how our practice went, because I was under-practiced, I was like pretty slow on the map, sadly. I was slow on the tech. My ends were also... I was scared to risk because I crashed it so often in practice. Like, I don't know, maybe in cup mode it's gonna be better of a map. Also, it's definitely a bad map though. I don't know how this one made it into EWC. It's still a big L in my opinion. But wow.
With being so much tech on the map, it wouldn't even have been a bad map for Min. So that we would have a South Korean player maybe having a chance on South Korea map.
Yeah, I mean, it was... Yeah, I mean, it was basically a full-on tech map. I also don't know why we have a full-on freaking tech map. Also weird as fuck. I mean, it didn't matter too much because it was like simple tech. Or like speed tech, wasn't really normal tech. And raw. I mean, I was scared of the tech guys, but honestly, I played it pretty good, the tech. I didn't go out because of the tech. I drove it pretty slow in the beginning. And then once I needed it, I pulled on the pace. But I didn't have a single fail in the tech. In the end, like, I had two issues on the map in practice. Issue number one was basically, yeah, the tech. I crashed the tech corners and basically every tech corner here and there. And I also crashed because I was over or under rotating the end. Mostly over rotating, and I had the same in the final, sadly. I mean, you didn't see my inputs, but I was just over rotated by like 5 degrees or whatever. By 5 degrees, I had to do one small release and it just costs so much. It's just so stupid. Yeah, but it's also the thing again with single life KO. I said it earlier already. Like, the times that I drove, if you would arrange them differently in the KO, I could have also won. It's just like, I just happened to drive one wrong round in the wrong round, basically. That happened.
I was wondering that.
Yeah, there was no super good round, to be honest. At least I don't remember.
I, of course, could only watch in between my rounds, basically. So
yeah,
many of the rounds I couldn't see who got knocked out in the front, actually. I was a bit unfortunate. In the beginning it worked, but then we had people, like there was one disconnect, so we had to wait a full 30 seconds finish timeout. And plus it took also long to start the next round, and then it was ripped, and it took like 15 rounds or something until I could check out the one stream after I finished.
Yeah. Yeah, the entire format is just bad, guys. I don't know. I mean, single life KO. First of all, the KO takes too long. It's just boring. Especially because the rounds that matters in terms of points are just the last 7. Like, out of the 40 rounds that we play, the first 32 are basically almost whatever. That's, like, very boring. It's, like, the same map all the time. There's no map rotation. And, yeah, one mistake can knock you out. It's just... everything is bad about it. It's, like, the worst possible way you can play a KO. And I really like KO. I mean, we saw it with Red Bull Faster, how it could be done if Nadeo locked in, but they sadly are not locked in. Lingo did pretty good, yeah. Lingo is usually trolling the Elite Cups. But this time we got 6, I think.
There were actually many people that were new in the top places.
Yeah, Naiko also had a good KO. Afi definitely also new. I mean, Afi is definitely a good player, but he didn't have a single good KO yet. I know he also struggles with this format. It's also just so mentally unfun as a player. I mean, look at someone like Pack. I don't know how much Pack practiced, of course. But let's assume he at least practiced the map like 5 hours, which is not much. But then he plays like the seeding, okay, and then he goes out round 2, or whatever he was. It's just so bad. Also it's bad to watch, I would say. Except the last rounds when it's exciting, of course, but until then it's just like whatever. And it's also, as a player, not a single player likes that format, I think. I don't think anyone would say, yo, single life KO is the best possible format there. It's just yuck.
Yeah, Coco of course also got 6
Oh yeah,
points.
true. He played really good actually. Was a bit sad with the final that there was not a good race done, but yeah. Definitely. I don't know what I'm supposed to do here, guys. Like, look at the speed difference. Eh.
Did you know about the birdie strat in the ending? Did you consider it, or did you not know about it?
What did he do?
He did 360s into the reactors.
Yeah, I tried it once, but useless. I don't know. Don't see the point of that. Just makes the identity even harder for KO especially. There's many things that you can do on the identity and everything kind of works. But everything can also not work. That's the stupid thing. And you can get, no matter what you do, you can basically get it good. But you can also just get it bad. It's just like so precise. Yeet. So much crying. Bye. Eh? Crying? Where did we cry? Dick? What in the YouTube chat is happening again?
No.
Bro thinks it's crying when I say that the format is bad. That's crazy. It's for the viewers? Yeah, but I would say like other formats there would be better for viewers and for players. Or not. As I said, like the last rounds are probably fun, but until then.
Dude! Oh my god. Twice in a row I touched the last turn. Can't believe it.
Go. Yeah, last turn is Monka, to be honest. I don't know. What do I like? Yeah, it's just the speed. It's just the exit speed out of the turn at like 26 seconds. Even for me as a viewer, it's not that much fun to watch compared to Red Bull Faster. Yeah, but also, sorry, but can you like please stop crying? It's... Nah, I totally see that. I don't know. If I don't think I would, like, if I would not play Elite Cups, like, let's say I would be in the Mother situation, and I wouldn't, you know, I wouldn't have to play them anymore. I mean, I would probably watch them as watch party on stream, but let's say I wouldn't stream that day, I would not watch them, even though I like trackmania esport, because it's just goofy. But I'm actually slow. I don't know how to gain 0.4. I didn't improve my time for like 10 minutes, actually. Oh, you can get... Do you have to nose let this? Okay, small PB. At least a sub. Yeah, honestly would prefer if they just made it a Cup of the Day format as well. Like the first 20 rounds of the knockout go by so slowly. Naja, I'm pretty sure, I mean, EWC is pretty much confirmed for next year already. At least there's like websites that even say that there's like gonna be Trackmania for 3 years. I can 100% guarantee you, next year there are not gonna be Elite Cups. Or at least not in this way. Also, I'm 100% sure that it's gonna be changed in some way because, yeah, as I said, the format was like cooked very, very late as well. I mean, the good thing is definitely, what you gotta give the KO, is that you have like 64 players on one server. That's always like a cool thing. Better than having like 16 matches with 4 players each. So that's always a plus. But yeah. That's also kind of the only plus. Yeah, honestly, the pace was surprisingly good. Like, I really thought there were gonna be bigger crashes, but no, first round was already plus 2 seconds or something.
That was crazy.
Yeah, I really thought there would be more people dying at the end. And people were definitely not great at the end. Like, people were quite slow there and also a bit wonky, but no one, like, crashed it. It's pretty good cooking by everyone there. Ach. Yeah, definitely need to see what I have to do in this turn here. Not entirely sure. Is direct invite players for ENC unknown? I don't know why they call it direct invite, but direct invite is basically just the top 16 players from the Elite Cup. So the top 16, but only one nation each. So it's gonna be like people like Mada, Carl Jr., Mime, Elcon, Binks right now. Like you can see it on the website, but it's not an actual invite. Like you still need to qualify. I don't know why it's called invite. Pretty yuck. In most other games at the ENC, by the way, it is in a way that that there's like a coach for each country, and the coach just picks the players. So there's no direct qualification at all. But Trackmania is like one of the 3 games or so where you have to qualify. And there's like 0 invites. Whoa, what a line by Mime, holy shit. Oh, okay. Wait, I need to see it in Cam 3. Okay, that was terrible by me, what the hell?
Are the orcs
Ah,
or the
okay.
players?
For what? For other games? The players are getting invited, but there's also a rule, for example, for Counter-Strike. You couldn't pick the 5 German Counter-Strike big players. I think there's like a limit of how many players per orc it can be as well done. So that you cannot just pick like a full unknown team. It's gotta be mixed teams basically. I don't know how it's exactly working. It's a bit weird. So it could be like 2 big players being picked, and then it's gonna be 2 players from, I don't know, 2 other German players. I don't know the Counter-Strike scene. But they're just getting picked and drafted basically. It's like the same as with you know, with the football World Cup type of vibe. I gotta imagine football World Cup, but imagine Bayern is like full on German players. They wouldn't be allowed to pick just the entire Bayern team for the World Cup. I don't know, difficult to compare, but kind of like that. I think on Korea in general, people drove pretty consistent, but like also not super fast. There were a couple of good times, but mostly people were just in the 112 highs. So like on Germany, for example, even though Germany is like a harder map in my opinion, yeah, people were overall closer to the maximum. Imagine you could do a wallbang here, guys. That would be W. Bit scared of this turn here. Zack, zack. Would have been a 92, okay. I learned a little bit. What cup format would you prefer for next year's qualification when an Elite Cup with comp/campaign maps will happen? I mean, when you only play one map, KO is... like, I don't mind the fact that it's knockout. I just mind the fact that it's single life KO. I don't know. Like Nadeo, if Nadeo would lock in a little bit, they could officially implement the multiple life KO into the game. Because it's like a custom game mode, you know? Like, you cannot choose it as on a Nadeo room. They could officially implement it into the game. And then just literally copy Red Bull faster and would be, at least in my opinion, a lot better. Like, a lot of pros I know, like, for example, I know Carl hates every single kind of KO. For him, multiple life KO is just as bad as the single life one. But in my opinion, that would already fix it a lot. I mean, other than that, it's difficult. We only play, like, the fact that we play, like, one new map every single week is pretty cool, I would say. Like, what kind of format can you cook with, like, one map only? You could, of course, also immediately in the first one play all 5 maps. But then you would have, like, 5 times in a row the same match, you know? Or 10 times even, however many Elite Cups you want to have. Also, PB'd suck. So that's kinda, yeah, kinda difficult. I really don't mind the chaos.
Of course, from the old generation, he's used to cup mode, and
yeah.
I mean, it's of course a complete different thing. In the one mode, you chase for first places, and in the other round, you chase for not being last. It's like so different.
Yeah, that's true. When's next Elite Cup? Next Sunday.
Chase for first places, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. It's honestly difficult, but like, just making the KO more competitive would already help a lot. I could literally send John C a DM and John C could host exactly what I'm asking for. So it's not like Nadeo doesn't have the resources or the clue to implement multiple live KO or whatever. They would have to bring out a game update, so that's probably already too much of a hurdle. It's not happening these days, sadly. I think with that you would already fix a lot of the issues. Then if you also implement stuff like golden rounds or whatever, you would also have some incentives to push in certain rounds type of shit. Boah, 0.80. Who's this even? Kanade.lee. What in the rename is this? And Wickety as well.
I saw
the Americans.
This is no. Someone from
it's Liquid,
guys.
okay.
Liquid?
Yeah, it's
maybe?
Liquid apparently.
Yeah.
Thank you, Puck. Yeah, the thing
I
is
was
like...
also saying Liquid.
Like, you could also do stuff like reverse cup mode, but as I said, I think it's really good that there's like all 64 players in a division on the same server. I think that's a good thing. It's better than having 16 individual... I mean, we kind of had that in Trackmania Grand League, or like Trackmania World Tour 2024, if you guys remember. We had cup mode and we just had a single elimination bracket. It was like such a stupid format. I mean, it's also like a, you know, a prestigious competition. They could maybe also come up with something completely new if they theory craft a little bit. Where it's not easy to cook a new format, but... And if not for something like
the Red Bull faster format from the semi-finals and final last year, but with 64 players.
Yeah. I don't know, but something they have to cook, IMO. And they will also. I mean, they know that players don't like this format. And if you think I'm crying, then, yeah. Clueless. Others maybe don't speak about it that much, like publicly as well, but I can tell you, basically every single pro really dislikes this format. I think it's though always with Trackmania pros that many people are always pussying out a little bit. They in the DMs they are like, oh, this is so shit, this is so shit. But then they never give like actual feedback or whatever, or say it publicly. And then shit is also not improving. This end is so scary. 190, okay, W. Yeah, Binks is through, guys. There's no way Worsal is gonna overtake. Like, it's so unlikely. Binks is really unstoppable.
I always felt like what we had in monthly RPG is like a nice format where you basically have reverse points, but without a last chance. When you go to 0, you are out. But the interesting thing is that when people get knocked out, then there are less people overall on the server, and then the point differences become larger between each position. So the last rounds are more important as well.
I think it's though, like it's... I think when the point system changes, there's actually also something that I spoke with Massa about once. I think Massa also maybe spoke with Softy about it once. I mean, I don't want to go into detail, I don't know myself. But I think it's a bit too confusing, kinda, when the point system then suddenly changes in the end.
Yeah, it changes all the time.
Yeah, it's like a bit weird. I definitely also like it more than normal cup mode, but yeah. I mean, Massa also not too long ago made a tweet where he... I mean, you saw that as well, Marius. Where Massa asked, like, why we are playing, like, a 10-year-old format that is, like, kinda outdated, but no one is cooking something. Like, it really needs someone to, like, put all of their brain power in and cook, like, a a simple but yet fun and competitive format. We really need something new in Trackmania. Like, cup mode is really... I don't know. It's still fun and can work, but yeah, I don't know. Not the greatest cup mode enjoyer either.
I mean, the way it works in this reverse system is that the first place always loses 0 points, and the last place always loses 100 points. And then depending on how many people you have, it's like a linear gap then in between. No? So if you have overall 3 people, it's 0, 50, 100. With 4 people, it's 0, 33, 66, and 100, and so on.
Yeah. Woohoo! Amazing. We are falling down the map. Falling down the map. W. This downhill there. I don't know. I couldn't really cook. Got him. Let's take a 20-year-old format and just do 50-minute time attack. W.
That would also be super exciting, actually. Just time attack. We haven't seen anything with just time attack since a long time.
That's true. Naja, yeah, I mean, not fully all the way at least.
Or we do the shorty system. Everyone practices for a whole week, and then you drive literally just one single round with all drivers, and whoever wins, wins.
Yeah. Wait, what's the purple line? How did I DNF? I pressed retire on my keyboard, on my wheel. Quite easy. Actually crazy how much, like, since I also play like Cup of the Day, how much knockout matches I play. That's like crazy. Like, this really is the year of knockout somehow.
Do you know how many I play?
Yeah. Oh, down surviving barely. Classic.
There was even more. There was a competition where we played on 5 track of the days from the past week, and whoever won the most knockouts from these 5 KOs won the whole cup. And that went over like 5-6 weeks now. I also played that. So I had then even more knockouts on the track of the days than just the normal cup of the day.
Yeah.
And you can also play reruns.
If it was just more Red Bull knockouts. But I mean, there I also only played one. I think it's also what you guys don't see is that we of course do a lot of practice matches as well. Scrappy, what the fuck? A lot of practice matches as well. Oh, got Scrappy. And I mean, in the practice matches we don't play knockout. But you also just play like... It's honestly not the knockout, but it's like the... You know, you just play 15 minutes of time attack on the map and then you play 40 rounds on the map. It's like so tiring. Especially when the maps are like as bad as they are at the moment. I can also tell you, for example, Massa on Germany was like very... It's not bad, but like he was way worse in the practice matches than he was in the actual match. But just because the practice is like so freaking boring and he literally said that he like fell asleep. I mean, you could call Kappa, but I mean, you saw Massa on the actual Germany match. Like there he was of course locked in and worked. But like the practice is also so tiring. If you just play 40 blank rounds without any purpose kinda, just to like test your endurance on the map, it's like... Very Pepega. And we kinda do these like every single day, you know? What place did Scrappy get again today? Scrappy. Oh. I think Scrappy got like 10th or something. He was like close to the points, but without getting points. Oh, maybe Jan with the overtake? No. Rip.
Can I join these practice matches for Canada?
Yeah. Also, the thing is, Canada, I really don't know about Canada. The fact that we can only practice until Wednesday is very, very not good. And then I don't play the map on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And then Sunday, I have like maybe 30 minutes or so to warm up again on the maps. On the map. Pure pace map as well, FF, yeah.
That's true.
I mean, I would love to have FF Lars.
Practicing after Wednesday.
Yeah. I mean, I could also just... Oh my god, who was that? Oxid, I think. I could also just fully give up on the freaking Elite Cups and just go You know, just go open qualifier, but yeah. I kind of feel like I have to try, because that's the thing with the format as well. Like, it's a bad format, but therefore I can also luck in theory, even though I'm like under-prepared.
Do you think that 1,000 points is enough to qualify for EWC?
How many?
1,000, one win.
Could be. Could be on the edge,
though. That's so funny, because
what
even in
now,
the last edition, someone could then suddenly participate, and if he actually wins, he just directly qualifies.
I mean, right now it would be 732 is the cutoff with Xera. It might be, yeah. It might be. It's also so stupid that you can have like one good result, and then if you get like a few points from the other matches, you're just safe. And you can really luck in these as well, in the knockouts.
Every single position is like so important. Like Linko also today. Yeah, he got far, but man, if he was coming a little bit further, what was the slowdown? The landmark.
Yeah.
If he came a bit further.
That looks difficult. People need to crash. Oh no. You don't want to know who got saved. Because of, I don't know, someone crashed.
Yeah, but what was that?
I didn't see it actually.
Like literally out of nowhere. I cannot believe it. And then down on orange. Also what is this? Trackmania.
At least Carl can practice a lot to win his home country map next week. Yeah, in that case I have bad news. Carl is not giving a single fuck about the Elite Cups. Because bro is safe. Was that Purple? Who just drove world record? Oh god, mime. It was Purple, wow. Maybe we're gonna witness the greatest comeback humanity has ever seen. But since it's not even the last Poke-O round. Oh, Spammy and Jozo! Okay, Spammy, Jozo in the mud. Ah, Purple needs 2 more. Maybe one with low speed. Oh my god, Loco, how did he survive that? Yeah, Carl is going. Wait, he's doing. Oh, okay, wait. People are cheating the map. Wait, people are cheating the map, guys. Oh, he actually almost survived. Look, you can do a slide in this uphill left. Nah, that's crazy. People go here and they do like one small slide input here and get like a tiny bit of a better line. Yeah, the thing with Carl is that he is not practicing much more than he did like the last years when he was not full-time yet. You know, when he still had a normal job. And now he doesn't really practice more because, I mean, you also don't need to practice for 8 hours a day. And he just has like too much free time now, so he kind of becomes a streamer as well. Carl is now a full-time streamer as well, basically. Carl's hunting unbeaten ATs on 30 minutes. Some clips that I saw from Carl were like wild. Bro was actually on the full content arc. Oh, Scrappy in the mud, I think. Ah, yeah. Yeah, crashing here is like so brutal. You have no speed up the entire hill. This is Jover. Yeah, that's it for him. Better question, will Down survive again? It does look like it. Oh, Sake! Yeah, you cannot back up, my friend. Ah, Luko. Nah, like, Mada is not playing Elite Cup anymore. Carl is not playing anymore. A few others also gave up. I mean, Bren apparently gave up on it as well. I think for Bren, it's maybe smart to give up on it and to not show pace or whatever. I don't know, because, yeah, it's just so rough for the Frenchies. I mean, if we just look at the leaderboard, like, Binks is just cooking too hard. Like, so messed up for them. I mean, Vosal should definitely keep going. He still has a chance, but anyone else, yeah, could also stop playing in terms of points. Like, Enaiko, Ota, Gwen, they will realistically not overtake Binks anymore. Binks was just cooking way too hard. So, yeah, maybe the last Elite Cups are gonna be a bit more empty. Then there's also plenty of people that could... That's also the thing, like, you know, you have a couple of top players missing, like Carl, like Mada. So it could, in theory, be easier for some other players to get more points done. Did Mime just respawn? Who was that? And yeah, they could basically luck like one good result. I mean, we saw earlier, like if they happen, like in Neon, for example. Neon is like hunting hard, is like really fast. It could happen that he wins one dings, and with that he would suddenly be qualified, and he would maybe also dethrone Mime for the ENC, which would be pretty bad. So yeah, I don't know. It's like all kinda XCD. Means everyone's not worth playing, so you can snipe 3 win. Yeah. Nah. Carl is not playing. As first of all, he has no fun for the knockout, so there's no way he will play it just for fun. And then again, he's like doing everything he can with the to maximize his chances for EWC. Which is also why we had the overdrive thingy. But he doesn't want to play the new maps there, so he doesn't want to show like anything. It's really like trying every single small thing to have like an advantage at EWC. Wait, who was that? Lingo? What was the what's happening with Lingo?
Schlingo.
No! Oh,
Fred
Wolf. Oh,
that's someone else.
Antifa, but he survived somehow. Lingo went from 1 to DNF. Classic. Oh. Holy shit. But I was also cooked today. I'm surprised I played so good because I said it on my Discord already and also earlier. Yesterday I was at a wine tasting session. And then I basically slept at a friend's place on the couch. And that was like a really rough night. Because the couch was like kind of hard. And it just took like ages to fall asleep. It was like really annoying. But my sleep this night was very XTD. And I was feeling tired the entire day. I did a power nap earlier. Everything full Pepega today. So all in all, I'm pretty happy with my 7th place actually. Sadly, as I said... Wait, why do we have 2 DNFs? Hello! W. Down.
Yeah, toll, down crashes the end to be another Diamond Orange. I cannot believe it. Oh man.
Did you drink all the wine or spit it out? We of course drank all the wine. Obviously. I bought a wine which cost 15 euro. If anyone would have spat that out, I would have been really mad. It was not as tryhard of a wine. I even dislike wine like crazy. I never drank wine in my life. Like out of the 10 wines that we had, there were like 3 that I found like nice. And the rest was, I don't know. Like these typical white wines, which are just like kind of sour. I don't know. Like, call me a pussy, but I just like the wines that are like more sweet and don't taste that much like wine, if that makes sense. Like, I'm like usually a full-on beer drinker. As I rarely ever drink. It's maybe like once a month when I meet with friends that I drink like 1 or 2 beer or so. Usually I'm just always happy with my beer. So when we go to like a bar, you know, my other friends, they have like a cocktail for like 10 euro plus, and then they have like 100 milliliter. I pay like 5 euro, half a liter of beer. What else do I want? I'm really not a wine drinker. No clue. But the one that I brought was actually really good. I brought like local wine. Really good one, really good one. But better be good if it costs fucking 15 euro. Yeah, we had a... That's possible, yeah. We had a cat. We said that this must be at least 5 euro of a wine. So not like the ultra cheap ones. Oh, that was... Who was that? Oh. Wickety Wakio.
Did clear vision. How inconsistent is he, please?
Ah, down!
Down!
Down is so... As down would really be like the typical cup of the day winner.
Yeah, and especially when he survives on orange in a round where I'm in red because of a bug.
No, wine is not healthy, guys. Also, any alcohol ever is not healthy in any way. Maybe not according to some people, also in Germany, but alcohol is in theory shit for your body either way. Honestly, very often when we go somewhere, I also just drink like non-alcohol beer. I mean, it also has a tiny bit of alcohol always, I think. Like giga tiny, but yeah. Why beer when you can have like gin? Yeah, because cheaper. I don't know, beer is like so refreshing. I mean, the pure alcohol taste is also just shit. I don't know.
You have a round? until now at least.
There's 0 blasphemy. Oh yeah. Oh, clear. Oh my god, clear vision. Okay. And down survives on orange for the 5th time or so. Yeah. That's crazy. You are a millionaire? No, I'm not. Not enough tier 3 subs for that. How much donation for a hair transplant? I don't know actually. 5,000 euro, maybe? No clue. But feel free to send. I will do it. You send it right now. Log in, bro. Raki is peak. What is Raki again? Isn't Raki? What's Raki again? Yeah. 2.5k if you go to Turkey. Okay, then 2.5k. Would be fine with that as well. In Spain, wine is cheaper than beer. Interesting. So Down about to pick up another orange. I think if Down wins, it's really just like the most cursed typical cup of the day type of vibe ever. He's been so often an orange, he's gonna get another one. Okay, Shamao with a small crash, but yeah. It would just be the typical. Oh. Yeah, lock on blur music. Don't pussy out now. On YouTube.
Vision is gonna have another crash. He was way too inconsistent.
Yeah, but he's fast. Sadly, you need to play like a pussy in this. Down has a 0.05 PB.
Super for
Ah! Okay.
Okay.
But okay, that.
Can you save? It's clear vision.
But Uso?
I think they will crash it. I think they will crash. I have such a feeling.
Possible, yeah. Honestly, guys, Uso is sometimes nice. Wait, he pre-drifts like every single reactor. Ah! Every single turn. But not this one. Like when you go to a Greek restaurant and you eat like way too much and like, you know, a grillplatte with like 5 billion animals on. Also, sorry for the vegans and vegetarians in the chat. But you know, like a typical Greek like giga plate. And then you feel like fuller than you ever did. And then you have an Uso who like burns through everything. That's like nice. But anyway, enough alcohol talk. Let's see the final. Who is gonna win? The guy who got Trackmania World Champ 20 years ago or the mapper who caused my trauma? I am for Carl. Oh, different lines. Super Carl coming up with more speed. Small pre-drift coming in from clear vision, and he is actually gaining a little bit. Has his mover transition, is overtaking now. Pre-drift here as well. Oh my god. Oh. Yeah, I mean, Super Carl had a better line. That's true, but it's like very close. All gonna come down to the end. Super Carl with a more inside approach here. But Clear Vision has full YOLO'd the end before. Will he do it again? No, not a good approach. And Super Carl takes it, but also with a PBW. That is a nice one.
To be honest, this map was also really good for him because the maps in 2006, I mean, they were similar.
Yeah, true actually. Like back in the day, that's true. Like back in the days for the first ever Trackmania World Cup, people didn't know how to drift it in the game. So they basically had tech maps, but they didn't drift. So he was basically playing like this 20 years ago when he won the World Cup.
Yeah, when there were turns, they were sometimes also, they didn't know about Neo slides and they were basically undriftable. Many of the corners. So yeah. People drove no slide a lot.
I think they sometimes did like brake taps or something to like, but yeah, proper drifting was not done in 2006, which is kind of funny. Okay, yeah, Marius, I'm gonna leave. We're gonna see each other tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, yeah, I would say I am gonna call it a day with that. I know it was a relatively short stream today, but yeah, as I said, I didn't sleep that well this night, so I'm taking like a semi-off day today, you could say. And then tomorrow we are going to be back in the full freshness again. So yeah, I really hope you enjoyed the stream. Thank you very much for watching. We're gonna be back tomorrow, of course. Tomorrow we are gonna be doing Red Bull Faster Practice. We're gonna discover the brand new weekly shorts, and hopefully at least we are going to have a Sunday Fun Day Cup of the Day again. I mean, last week, like, usually, you guys know, no? Sunday, usually Nadeo is picking interesting and unique maps. Last week, for some reason, they didn't. Everyone was really mad about... I mean, okay, last week was okay because it was a sponsored Cup of the Day, so it was okay, I guess. But hopefully tomorrow we're gonna have a fun Cup of the Day again. Hopefully Nadeo is locked in. And yeah, we're of course also going to play that. Gonna be really fun. So yeah, I really hope you enjoyed the stream. Thank you very much for watching. And yeah, we are going to see each other. Why do I hear myself? Why is my Twitch just loading? And I'm just gonna send you over to yeah, I'm just gonna send you over to Marius, guys. We're gonna do El Clasico of a raid. Slash raid Marius 1890M. There we go. So yeah, hope you enjoyed. Thank you very much for watching, and see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.